Stand if you think it's you. You. We would like a very long stick, please.
Thank you, Abraham. To follow on with the last question, I'd like you to expand on the subject of now and the power of being in your now and why it's so difficult for us to stay there. It seems to me like I'm always looking in the future, looking in the past.
Don't misunderstand. We are not trying to get you to only focus upon now. This rumpled rug is not enough. In other words, we don't want you to only give your attention to what is happening now. We want you to be aware in your now that what you are giving your attention to is serving you. In other words, you can focus past, present, future. There are endless possibilities of where you give your attention. We want your awareness relative to now to be, in this now, while I'm choosing this, whatever it is to focus upon, is my choice of it matching the choice that I have made and the choice that my source is making? In other words, let's say that you are thinking about yourself, and you're thinking about yourself from the past, and let's say that you are sort of moving around through thoughts of a less secure time. You are remembering not being good at something. And as you're remembering not being good at something, you remember somebody pointing out to you that you weren't very good at something, and you begin feeling discouraged and uneasy and unworthy and unhappy. Now, what's just happened to you as you've used your powerful now and your ability to focus in your now, you've fixated on a vibration that your inner being would never find, because your inner being is always seeing you as brilliant and worthy and capable. And when you choose a thought that's very far from that, then your vibration of your thought causes resistance within you that does not allow your connection to source in the way that it would be otherwise. So look wherever you want, past, present, or future. But the power of now, the importance of your now awareness is this vibrational relativity. We want you to remember these words, these 2 points. The point of vibration that I'm activating right now by whatever I'm focused upon, past, present, or future, and how it feels in relationship to everything that I know and want about that and who I really am. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. A little bit more, though. If, like you said, if you go in the past and there's some energy around that didn't feel good, you don't want to stay there. And if you go into the future, you want to, there's a probability that you're making up something that may or may not exist. So from my readings through Eckhart Tolle...
What do you mean about you may be making up something that may or may not exist?
There's probability paths, from what I understand, for future. So in your now...
But what is the reason that you might be doing that in your imagination? What's the purpose of that?
Because your desire, you want to match your desire.
So you're only using that future visualization in order to adjust your current vibration to match the desires that your moving through contrast has caused you to specifically identify.
Right.
In other words, you've already identified through trial and error who you are and what you want. So you don't need to worry about that being amazing and wonderful. You've been working on it even before you got here in this physical body, and you've been adding to it every moment of every day since. So there's a really clear picture of what your absolute preferences are. And they are so perfect for you that Source is in complete alignment with them. So now, every other effort that you're making in your now, and now is all you've ever got, now, there it went again, now it went again, there it went again, it's now, there it went again. So every effort that you're making in your now is just to find that vibrational, visceral, emotional alignment with all that good stuff that's over there, yes?
Yes.
So your question is?
It just seems to me, anyway, that... you have a desire, and to get in alignment with that desire is tough, I guess.
For example?
Well, let's see. For example,
they don't call it the hot seat for nothing.
Yeah, I know. Don't you love it? Okay, energy work, energy balancing. So my desire is to do more of that, okay? And so kind of a healing but I call it energy balancing.
Be more specific.
Leading edge energy balancing.
Be more specific.
Hot seat. So when I do energy sessions, there's an expectation of the person that you're working with. Maybe the session lasts half hour, 45 minutes. I'm more in alignment with 3 minutes, I'm out of there. Next, next, next. So that's my desire. So that the person is balanced and there's not a lot of time taking place. So that's my desire.
Let's see if we hear you correctly. So
Okay.
your desire is to be in such alignment with source energy that when someone sits in your hot seat,
Yes.
that you are able to do your thing with them
Yes.
and bring them into immediate alignment
This is
with
true.
what?
With energy. With source.
So you work to get yourself vibrationally up to speed, and then your goal is to help them get vibrationally up to
Balanced,
speed
yes.
with their own source energy.
This is true.
So do you believe that you can be so in alignment that you can project that pure alignment and that you can therefore affect their alignment?
I believe I can be like an extension cord of source, and yes, and affect that alignment.
The reason that we're probing just a little bit here is because, you see, we are that source energy that you're talking about.
It is true.
And we know that if you are out of alignment, that our projecting more of that which we are at you is not going to help you. Because the discord that you're already feeling is because you're out of whack with the energy that's already there. So giving you more of that same energy that you're out of whack with is only going to make you more out of whack. It's this part of it that has to be adjusted, not this part.
Explain.
In other words, it's the vibration of where you are part. It's the moving up the emotional scale part. It's the releasing of the resistance. And so we just want to make sure, because we have not seen your process, but we just want to make sure that you understand, because there are a lot of teachers and healers here and around who believe that the path for healing is to take the energy of healing and then zap it towards someone who needs it, and that it will affect a healing. When what we want you to understand is that all of that energy is already being summoned. That's why they're out of alignment. They're already summoning that energy. Something's going on in their vibration that's not letting them let it in. And so our work as teachers and your work as teacher and healer is to find some way to help them soften the resistance so that they allow it in. And it usually is not something that you can make happen fast. It's usually something that happens gradually, because even if you could offer some sort of a powerful stream of energy and dominate their energy field for a time, that really is sort of what Jesus was doing. He just knew their wellness so powerfully that he did not allow himself to see their illness. And his knowledge of their wellness made it easier for them to gravitate toward that knowing. But it's usually not something that happens fast, and if it does, it usually does not last. It's much better if they, in a knowing way, bring themselves consistently into a place of expecting what they're reaching for.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right, so now come back around to the question that started all of this trouble.
The question was more about now and staying in our now, and you said our power is our now, and that everything should come from that space, because that's all we have. We have now, 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 now. So I just wanted you more really to embellish upon that.
Well, here's the way we would approach what you're talking about. So we'll take the analogy that you've offered. So here I am. We'll take your vantage point. Here I am. I'm a teacher and I'm a healer. And I have spent the day focusing upon the things in my life that I appreciate. So I'm tuned in, tapped in, turned on. I feel really, really good. And I like the work that I'm doing because I know that I'm of value to other people. And so now someone's coming into my atmosphere, and it's someone who really needs to be here because they're not feeling good, their life isn't going well, maybe they're even in physical discomfort. They've come because somebody's told them that I can be of value to them.
Sure.
And so as I see them, my first order of business must be, I must be able to let them be where they are without pushing against where they are. In other words, I have to make peace with where they are because I'm going to chart vibrationally a rather clear path from where they are to where they want to be. And if I'm pushing against where they are, now I'm becoming part of that vibration of where they are. And what I'm wanting to do is be one who can coax them, sort of like a satellite dish. I've got the signal beamed in, and now I can offer it to them because they seemingly don't have access right now to the satellite, so I'm just going to give them a sort of booster cable to help them along. So before they got there, I saw them as coming and receiving benefit. And when they walk in the door, I know that when they walk out of the door, they're going to be in a better place than they were. And I'm not making any claims about how much will happen. I just know that it's going to be an improvement and that they will feel better, and I know I'm good at what I do, and so I have no angst or concern about it as they come forward. Now that's a powerful use of now before they get there. So now they walk in, and I don't take really a great amount of time to identify how they're doing. In other words, I don't notice they're limping, I don't notice they're hunching, I don't notice they're holding their head. I do my best not to get too caught up in where they are. I accept that they're there because they're wanting an improvement in their experience. And so they come in, and right away I know, I can feel, because I'm good at what I do, I can feel that there's a vibrational variance in them from where they are and where they want to be. And in fact, they've caused for just a moment that same vibrational variance in me, because being the teacher that I am, I'm aware that they're not where they want to be. But I am more focused upon where they want to be than where they are, which they are not usually able to do because they're in pain or they're living the circumstances that they're living. And so I am sort of carving out an energy path for them because I'm beholding them, and I've taken all of their vibrations into my awareness, but I'm focused upon where we're going, not on where they are. And as you're holding those thoughts, then whatever it is that you're wanting to do energy balance-wise will happen in a soft, comfortable, and usually rather quick and effective way.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's good.
So you can tell that you are making the best use of your now when the emotions that you feel good. So confidence would mean I'm making good use of the now. Expecting them to have improvement, that's a good use of your now. Worrying about them not improving, not a good use of your now. Wondering if they've ever had improvement ever, not a good use of your now. Noticing that they keep coming week after week and they keep coming back, not a good use of your now. In other words, you can tell by the way you're feeling. And so it's interesting, whenever we visit with teachers or healers, or so many of you doing such wonderful work, we notice that the questions that you ask and the way you are approaching your clients or patients, very often you forget that your work is about your energy, not about theirs.
Sure. No.
That's the biggest difficulty we have in interacting with people who call themselves energy workers. You think you're working in their energy, and you're not working in their energy. You're working in your own energy. Now, your energy's been affected by your desire to help them, but it's still your energy that you're working in, you see.
I agree.
Yes. So you sort of have to disregard where they are, but get a sense of where they want to be, and then give that your undivided attention. And people will find you to be magic.
Very well. Thank you.
And then we want you to say to them, this is how you do it.
Yes.
Otherwise, there will be a line at your door that will ruin your life. You must give them self-empowerment.
I do that.
Yes.
Very well. Thank you.